What's going on, everyone? Thank you for stopping on my channel. So if you've been following along, you'll be excited as I am to know that the correct fuel rail has finally come in for my 6-liter swap Silverado. So we're going to just jump right into it. If you look at the length of the cups on these, they are longer than the cups on these right here. These are spacers I bought to just get it running. So yeah, this should bolt up the way it should factory. So I'm going to put the injectors onto it. We're going to put the 8.1 injectors on it because that's what we're going to go with on the 6-liter because they are plug and play and they are stronger than the factory 5.3 injectors. So I'm going to put them on and then we will see if this thing fits finally. Okay, all the injectors are on, so wish me luck. So if it is correct, that's the part number you're going to want. 12602251. But let's see if it fits. All right, here goes nothing. Looks like we're good. It's a little bit of a snug fit, but the injector O-ring is sealing. That's good. So the next thing we're going to do is try and locate 4 bolts we can use to hold it down, because ones I had but were really long. And I thought I was going to modify the factory fuel rail, which I haven't really gone over at all. There is a way to modify your factory fuel rail to make it work, but I just kind of wanted to do a bolt-on deal, so I'll talk about that later. But right now I'm going to try and find some bolts. So I found some bolts that were just hanging out here. I guess they were the factory ones and they fit, so let's use those. So there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything's plugged back in. Looks like it fits. The injector's plugged up. Put the EVAP back on. Throttle cable is hooked up and looks like it fits perfectly. So now the next step we need to take is to figure out how to get the feed, or the output of the fuel pressure regulator to this. So probably need a couple 180s, to make it from there to there. But at least now we know what we're looking for. That is such a relief that we finally had the fuel rail that fits this. This has been quite the ordeal. So thank you again to my friend in Texas that shipped out that fuel rail very quickly and before I even was expecting it, so that was a good surprise. Thank you very much for that. I do very much appreciate it. So now I guess I will show you what I meant by you can modify the factory fuel rails to work with this. I still have my old one. I was originally going to do this with the TBSS intake swap. I elected not to, obviously. It is an option. You need to TIG weld it, which I do not know how to do and do not know anybody who knows how to do, so yeah, there's that. So here is the factory fuel rail from a 99 through 02 or maybe 03, 4.85 or whatever. So this has the feed and the return. It looks like it fit, but these are shallower, I believe. Basically what you end up doing, you cut this and you cut that. You get weld in AN bungs. So you weld on the bungs, and basically you just add, in place of this steel hose or tubing, you're putting AN fuel line, fuel hose. So as far as the truck is concerned, the fuel system has been untouched. But with the injectors where these are, the mounts for the fuel rails, for the injector spacing, whatever, you have to add spacers and get longer bolts. All this stuff I got, but I mean, bolts aren't expensive. It was like $3 for all the bolts. Actually, here they are. Longer ones to make up the difference. But this will be a lot cleaner and easier setup. If you want to just keep your return style system, this is a route to take. If you already have a returnless style fuel system, I would definitely recommend doing the TBSS fuel rails on the TBSS intake, because you already have one line coming in and you can just probably hook into it. Don't quote me on that because I have not seen one, but it seems to me that would be the way it would go. These are what I was talking about, the AN bung, weld-in bungs. So they come, so you can weld it to something and convert it. So essentially you're sticking on there or wherever. Think about there-ish on both sides, or I'm not sure. And here's the spacers I had made for me from a same friend that sent me the fuel rail. So to go in there, and yeah, so you have that much of a difference to make up. But this is an easier route, a lot cleaner route, and it looks factory. I think it came that way. So as you can see, it has snowed since last time I filmed. But getting right back into it, I got the battery put in. It's all charged up, ready to go. I put the fuel pressure gauge on. It's a little sideways, but that's where I had a really tight seal. So that's where I'm going to leave it. I don't want to over tighten it, strip it out, or not get it tight enough and not have a seal. So right now I'm going to kind of guesstimate what kind of angles I need as far as fittings. I took today off, so we have a nice sunny day to film, whatnot. Going to go to Summit, of course, and get the fittings. So I saw that. This is a little too small. I'm going to drill it out just a hair so it'll fit on the cruise control, and we'll find a way to shorten this. That way, hopefully we get cruise control to work, because I dig cruise control. And I'm going to mount this back up somewhere, but that should not be a problem. And then we can let this thing run and warm up for a bit, see how the 8.1 injectors do, and then schedule a tune. So here's what I came up with. I decided to get the the fitting that comes off the fuel rail that I showed you before. It screws on. You get a 90 and then a 120 degree for the coming off the regulator. I feel like 90 probably would have been okay, but angle it back is a tiny bit more. So I'm going to get the hose put on one end, and we'll figure out how long it needs to be, then we'll cut it and fish it in there. And then we can start setting the pressure and hopefully fire this thing up. Okay, so I have everything hooked up, feed, return, supply to the rail. I've never messed with the fuel pressure regulator before, so bear with me. This is my first time as well. But I suppose now we can put the fuel pump relay back in and see if we have any leaks and see what pressure we're set to. So let's do that. Okay, we have a slight issue. While I set the camera down and turned around, fuel was spraying out of this boost reference point. I mean, we had 58 psi spraying everywhere, so of course I ran over and shut it off as fast as I could. Look, there's fuel dripping out right now. Yeah, so that is not good. I just got off the phone with Tank. That's the company that makes it, asking me if maybe I hooked something up wrong or did something wrong. The guy seems to think that there is a hole in the liner because I have the seal, I guess. He said there's no reason why fuel should be up at the boost reference point, so that really sucks. I had today off, got all this fittings and everything. We've been waiting a long time to get this thing going, and I finally did. Hold on. We finally get it going, and then we have a problem, so that really sucks. He told me to take it apart, see if there's a hole in that seal. I guess there's the 4 screws to hold the top on. Man, that sucks. I was really scared because the headers are down there and fuel's dripping down. Those headers were hot, so I went and grabbed the fire extinguisher. So we have it out here. Yeah, that puckered me up a little bit. Not gonna lie, that was interesting to say the least. So I guess now I'll pull it apart and see if I can find something wrong with it. Of course, I didn't keep my receipt because I don't like having extra paper laying around. So, but hopefully someone can look it up on my history that I purchased this. They should. They're a good company. They should, warranty it. It's not their fault that it went bad. The thing has great reviews, so I'm not sure. Maybe I just got a bad one. Things do happen. So I'm going to take that apart and see if I can find anything. Okay, well, that was short-lived. I ended up calling the company. I think I just said that. Then I contacted Summit Racing. They are very, very helpful. I highly recommend buying from them if you have not. They don't sponsor me anyway. I happen to live by one, and I have never once had a problem with them. They will take back anything that is bad and exchange it. So they're shipping me out another one and giving me a shipping label to send this one back. I'm extremely bummed out that I could not get the thing. Well, I guess I got it going, just couldn't keep it going. So I'm really bummed out. I was so excited to finally, have it done. Everything set the way I like it, and then get it tuned. But just another bump in the road, I suppose. So she said 3 to 5 days. So it'll be here next week sometime. So hopefully, following weekend we'll have it ready to go again. Fingers crossed. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but yeah, that's the way she goes. Thank you for stopping in. Follow me on Instagram. It's Endless Wishlist 6.0. We got some cool stuff on there, kind of, sort of. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.